I don't know. Top fans. What's up, Josh? I'm just chilling here. Playing the Switch. Haven't done this in a long time. Come on. It was a good 4th of July. Although, honestly, kinda... Yeah, tonight, yeah. I'm at a rest stop right now. Honestly, 4th of July was kind of yesterday for me. I was in El Paso, Texas, and I heard fireworks all night long. So it must have been a day early in Mexico. Feeling awesome. I always feel good when I buy some games, that's for sure, and I bought some games today. I bet that screen is blank. You tell me. You tell me, buddy. I got a fake Switch. I am a fake gamer, that is for sure. I'm not an easy gamer. It is. I haven't played Jungle Freeze, but I have played I played Country Returns, and I like that game a lot, so I wanted to check out what's it called? I wanted to check out Tropical Freeze. I heard Tropical Freeze was better. And people say it's better by a lot, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, you guys can ask me whatever you want. I'll answer any question. Well, pretty much anything. All DKs are hard. Yeah, I would say so. What about DK and the Dong? Looks like some penguin idiot is the enemy. Awesome. DK and the Dong, yeah. Hardest one? Even harder than like the Super Nintendo games? Oh, are you saying DK on the Dong is the hardest one? How do we feel about the new Donkey Kong redesign? I actually think it's kind of okay. I don't think it's bad or anything. Currently playing Tekken 8. Never could get into Tekken. Really any traditional fighting game. I think the most traditional fighting game I've ever like actually liked was maybe Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but honestly, I mean, that game's not really like a traditional fighter. It's a 3-on-3 tag game, and it's super unbalanced, so I don't know if that counts. Hey everyone, good evening here from USA. Showing my love. Happy 4th of you. Remember the blessings and love. Keep understanding. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Joey's Game Bites. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I don't know if there's really any other country where we can kind of do this whole like game hunting, collecting, reselling thing. I don't really think that's a thing anywhere else. Not as much, not even close as much as in America. I don't know if it's like that in Europe at all. Actually, I wonder how it is in Mexico, because Mexico uses, and maybe Canada, they use the same games as us, so maybe it's kind of like that around here, but I'm not sure. Bonanza looks, I mean, Bonanza looks cool. I wouldn't buy a Switch 2 just for it, but it looks cool enough. Yeah, Superstar Ultra is good. I used to play that a lot back in the day. I still need a complete in-box copy. But Australia and UK? Oh, Australia would be cool. Australia is maybe, like, I don't really want to go to any other country, but maybe Australia. That might be the... That and Japan. Those might be the two countries I'd actually want to travel to one day. Yeah, nah. The gas prices here in Texas have been awesome. I think what I just pay for gas here. Can I still see the sign? $2.60, which is freaking amazing compared to anywhere in California. Yeah, what's up, Amber? Keeping it real, I appreciate it. That's good. I like that. Okay, I guess I'm just not grabbing that. I've never been one to like 100% games anyways, so I don't care about missing coins or whatever in all these platformers. I just like to beat the game 80% and just move on. Except for some of the Crash games and Spyro, but anyways. What's up? I do like the momentum in this game, actually. Okay, sure. Best PS2 game? I mean, that's kind of up to everyone's opinion, but if you're gonna ask me what the best PS2 game is, I would say it's Jak 2. I think that game is absolutely fantastic. It's got all the perfect things in a PS2 game. Excellent controls, runs at 60 FPS, pretty much locked. Whereas Easy Gamer, he's busy looking for some teensy bopper games. I like Jak 2 just because it's well, one I grew up with the series, but I'm gonna just pause this game. What's it called? The game was made as kind of a response to the gaming industry at the time, because Jak 1 was kind of an all ages, really well made platformer, but it really didn't do anything super unique. But Jak 2, man, they really just like went all out for that game. It's got just a bizarre story. It's got so much teenage angst in it. I mean, they added in the guns and this light swearing and the gritty atmosphere. Gritty atmosphere. But man, I love that game. I love everything about it. Pulling a Keith and sleeping in your car. Yeah, man. I ain't about if I don't need to buy a hotel, I don't need one, you know? If I can sleep in the car, then don't need to buy a hotel every night. Brad's Diamonds, yeah, that's a classic right there. Easy Gamer is the best. There is in Indiana. There is in Indiana. What's in Indiana? Easy, what's in Indiana? India. What? Games here, Phoenix. Yeah, I did. That was probably my best Phoenix hunt of all time. Honestly, this time I just did in Phoenix. I got the most amount of. Okay, maybe not the no, and yeah, you know what? Quantity. I got the most amount of stuff I've ever got from Phoenix, and also quality. I did really look at. There was multiple pawn shops that straight up just told me like, "Hey, buy like all of our games, and I'll give you a good deal." And you know, so that was awesome. But yeah, no, I got some good stuff in Phoenix. And Tucson. Tucson, Arizona was also really, really, really good. No, whatever, I don't care. You waxed Phoenix. I tried my best. I pretty much went everywhere that I wanted to go, too. I really didn't miss anywhere. I went to all the GameStop retro stores. I went to every single pawn shop, minus like a couple that were like way on the outskirts. I went to both the Bookmans. I didn't touch any of the thrift stores, but I mean, honestly, most thrift stores in any city are just going to be absolutely ran through. So, not going to bother with that. Could have met Day One White. I don't really know the guy, man. He doesn't make videos anymore. Did you see JRPG Live? No, I did not. And they certainly did not clean out all of the GameStops. I know they like to do that, but not this time. Did you pick up pieces? Yeah, I actually got a decent amount here. Actually, you know what? I can show you what I just got yesterday in, where was it? Was it El Paso? I did, yeah, it was in El Paso. In fact, these are going to be, at some point in the future, we're going to be having me, Doublemint, and Pick and Preacher. We're going to be having a big Whatnot stream. It might be backwards on the stream, but this is a box of just stuff I've been putting in the Whatnot stream. And everything in this box, I'm starting at $1. What did I get yesterday? Found this at a GameStop, so that was cool. And then what else did I get on PS? I got like I found Crash Warped complete in box. And there's a bunch of PS2 games I got. There might be, oh, this one I think I got at GameStop too. Yep, found the special edition for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on GameStop. So again, when we do our big Whatnot, I'm doing dollar starts on all these. So try and wax me as hard as possible, guys. Okay. Never find good retro at GameStop. If I remember correctly, this was not at a retro store. This was at just a random GameStop. I asked what was behind the counter, and they just had like a bunch of stuff, and this was in there. I mean, I found this too, but yeah, I found tons of good stuff. It's always what you ask for. Pretty much always. You never. Although honestly, this is one of the first times this was on the floor, which usually they never keep. Jewel case PS1 stuff on the floor, so I'm surprised this was still there, because I went to that GameStop too at like 7 p.m. but whatever, you get lucky. Yeah, and the best part, they don't skew it differently, so it was skewed to San Andreas, so it was $10, so you really can't complain about that. But dollar start on it, so potentially someone could get it for $1, so that'd be a good deal. But that'll be that'll be during Siege, because we're not doing that triple mega Whatnot till Siege time. Yeah, super nice pickups. Got plenty of a certain basketball game, which you guys will find out about in the future. And then some decent other sports games and whatnot. Whatnot? What else? You know, I'm actually forgetting. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna save that for the video. I'm not gonna spoil that now. Do Whatnot from the car. I won't be able to ship it is the problem. Otherwise I would. If I had like enough materials or enough space to do like shipping and keep track of that, I would do some Whatnots while on the road, but it's gonna be too much for me to do that. So I'm gonna save it for Siege. But what else I got in here? Anything decent? Got this at a GameStop. It's pretty decent. They gave me this for free, but it's the Doublemint Classic. Oh, there was a I forgot I threw this in here. There was like a Microsoft rep at one of the GameStops, and he was giving away free stuff. He gave me a free Xbox football. Wow. But anyways, yeah, it's been great pickups so far. Honestly, I've been doing really well. There hasn't been like a dud day yet, and I know you like your case only. There hasn't been like a dud day yet, and I've been hunting now. I mean, technically, I started the trip 6 days ago. No, 5 days ago. Let me look at the calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So today's the 5th day. But I mean, I was hunting on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before I left. So technically, I'm on like day 8 straight of hunting, and I've been doing well every day. Opportunity is everywhere, as someone would say. Encore your Whatnot after your goodies at GameStop. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I will say it's actually not as hot as I thought it would be. Like, okay, Phoenix was really hot. It was like 115 both days and super sunny. But once I got to Tucson was like 85 degrees and overcast. And then El Paso wasn't bad at all. And here I'm in Midland, Texas right now. It's really not bad. It's like maybe 80 degrees right now. I got the windows down. Feels good. Texas is dry. Yeah, it's a dry heat. Yeah, but no, The weather's easy. I was fearing when I got to Phoenix that the whole trip was gonna be horrible just of how hot it was, but I think it's fine. Okay. Hop on the game. Oh wow, I messed up bad. Yep, that was my fault. GameStop, I always give you like a trophy. Love that. You going to Houston? On the way home. Yeah, on the way home, I'm gonna go to Houston. Maybe Is it on my map? It's whatever my map says. I have a map here. Houston. No, I'm not going to San Antonio. So Houston, and then Austin, and then I go home after that. Out of all your subscribers, who you haven't? Out of all your subscribers who you haven't met, who would be the next person to go and meet? My subscribers? I mean, I got a lot of subscribers. Who would I want to meet? I mean, there's a few. I guess I want to go hunting with Kreisky one day. That'd be cool. I do have relatives in Chicago, so I could get out there. It'd be cool to bring Cody with a K out of the dead. I do have relatives in Denver, but I don't think he would do that. And then, what's it called? Yeah, besides Albo, obviously. You know, next time I'm in Florida or whatever. I want to hang out with Big C one day whenever I get down to Florida. You never know. He just hates you. Yeah, I know. And then I'm trying to think of like someone else to hunt with. Yeah. No. I know that. I know that. What's it called? I would have said. What's it called? Why am I blanking on his name right now? He's a he was Gat Kognak's friend. Easy. Topher. I'm about to dox his name, but whatever. He doesn't make videos anymore. I would have liked to hunt with him if I ever went up to the Bay Area, but he's done. So yeah, Hyphy. If Hyphy was still in the game, hell, in the country, then I would have, you know, wanted to go up there to hunt, but he out. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. Whoever reaches out, I guess. That was my fault. If I had to have one, I'd go for the PS5. Just because if you have a PS5, you also have access to the entire PS4 library. And that'll give you the most bang for your buck out of any of them. Because, I mean, just on paper, if you're not like an avid game hunter and you're not finding this stuff cheap, if you just go to a store to buy a console, you're going to be paying over $500 for a Series X. And I think the Series X is worse than the PS5. Unless you're just like a huge Xbox 360 fan. Then maybe, because there are a lot of backwards compatible 360 games. But if you're not really the biggest 360 fan, then I don't know about that. Because there's really no exclusive games on Series X or Xbox One. And honestly, most of the Xbox One games run worse on Xbox One than they do on PlayStation. So yeah, no, I'd go. And then the Switch 2 is just a non-starter for me. There's no games for it yet. There's, Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza, and that's it. Those are the only two exclusive games from what I remember. Everything else is Switch 1 ports, other console ports. Like, I don't know. Unless you really are a handheld fan, I guess. But I'm not paying $500 for a freaking Switch. No, I'd go for the PS5. And plus, dude, honestly, you can find PS5s cheap now. Like, I go to pawn shop. I just went to, like 100 pawn shops basically in the past week, and you could find PS5 discs for like $350 or less. Like, they are not hard to find. And in those pawn shops, dude, there's like there's like 15 PS5s for every Series X now. Like, I would just go for a PS5. Ding in my car collection series. Yeah, there you go. I had a Series X at one point, but I got rid of it just because there was nothing on it for me to use. There's actually hella bugs out. I'm pulling the windows up. Turn the air on. PS2 fat, OG PS1. Honestly, I mean, mostly the fats, but even the slims, most of the pawn shops don't really charge a difference between the slims. I mean, they're the same console. Honestly, I like the look of the fat better. I really do. Didn't we see Jack 2 on PS? It's okay. There's an additional. I don't know. It just depends. I would say, like, if you're just like, if you're not a collector, if you're just a casual gamer, then yeah, your best bet is to buy a PS5 rather than deal with buying a PS2 and a PS3 and a PS4 or whatnot. Because yeah, most of the best games that were on the older systems have been ported to the new system at this point. You said Crash sucked on PS4. It does. No, you're right. I think the Crash. If you're like a super hardcore Crash Bandicoot fan, like yeah, the Insane trilogy sucks. It's not good, and I don't think Crash 4 is that great of a game. Like it's fine, but it's definitely not as quality as the original 3. But in totality, like best value is to just buy a PS5 for sure. I think you'd at least feel a difference in the controls because the controls in the new trilogy are significantly worse than the original, especially on Crash 2 and 3. But I don't know, there's a lot with the original trilogy I like. Yeah, if you're not a hardcore fan, then it doesn't matter. And if you're not like a super hardcore platformer fan, then it's not going to matter either. But I am a big Crash fan and I'm a big platformer fan, so I do care. There's a lot with the Insane trilogy that I don't. There was a video someone made that like perfectly encapsulated what is wrong with the Insane trilogy. I think it was called I forget what it was called. I think it was literally called the Crash Insane trilogy: The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, or something. Oh, it was called The Good, the Bad, and the Franchise. That was what it was called. Perfect video. It perfectly showed like kind of everything the new remake kind of just did not get right. I just don't like remakes in general though, but that's just my bias. There's a few. Let me think. Is there any remakes that I think are like actually just better? Yeah. I've never played the HD collection. I know there's a lot of contention though with like graphical differences, some weird graphical glitches, and then I think they straight up used the wrong fonts in some areas, which is funny. I don't even know how they can mess that up, but yeah, I mean, inevitably in any like remake or port or remaster, there's gonna be things they change, and most of the time those changes just aren't better. Yeah, there's a reason why the original games are still so expensive, because I mean, a lot of these HD remakes, re-releases, just they miss things. They can't get things right, especially on games like that had like licensed music or something in the past. They you know. Hey, I appreciate it, Big Dad. Yeah, it's always fun hunting with Easy. Is it better with this on? Yeah, a little better. Yeah, that's Kiss Keith, whoever you are, but I still like the better graphics. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Honestly, it's a lot easier on the wallet to have your opinion, because the HD collection is like, You can find it at any GameStop for $20 versus going out and buying the originals is like over $100. So there you go. Plus, you know, I mean, especially with the horror games, you know how people are with horror in general. It's not just games. People love to watch those horror movies too on a CRT TV. They like kind of the grainy, bad sort of filter graphics because it just gives it that extra little layer of fear or whatever. When everything's so like crisp and clean, like it makes things just look kind of too like sanitized. $80 games? How do I feel about that? I mean, for consumers have let this happen. I mean, if they keep buying this stuff at these prices, then they're going to keep charging $80. I mean, I'm not saying I would never pay $80. It's just that for every single game I've seen come out that's $80, I don't think it's worth it. Especially not when nowadays, dude, like, these games get discounted so quick. They really do. I think we're kind of at the point now with the generations where we're seeing diminishing returns, not just graphically, but in terms of like innovation and gameplay. Like, is a game like the new Mario Kart World, is it really that much better than Mario Kart Wii? Like, I don't really think so. I really don't think it is. Like, sure, the graphics are better, and sure, you can like travel between courses or whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's more fun. Like, Mario Kart Wii is still like, I don't know, you throw like a 5-year-old on Mario Kart Wii and then you throw them on Mario Kart World, are they really going to know the difference? Are they really going to think like, oh, the new $80 Mario Kart World is just so much better? But, yeah, I'm doing well, man. If you were to buy $80, what would you get? What game out there right now would be worth $80? And yes, Mario Kart is way better than 8. I didn't say 8, I said Wii. But anyways. I don't know, I'm trying to think of an $80 game that I would buy. I mean, if they released a new Jak and Daxter and it was $80, I might buy it, but that's only because of nostalgia. That's not even because of, like, I think it's going to be a good game. Dude, I honestly don't think I'd buy, like, any $80 game nowadays. Maybe if they did, like on PS5, but I'm not even one for collections like this. Like, if they did, like, a top 50 PS1 games of all time or whatever, compilation disc for $80, they put it all in one disc, maybe I'd go for that. But I haven't played 33 yet, but hey, you know what, 33 is a great example. Like, it's supposedly one of the best games ever created, or, you know, at least of this year. Everyone's praising it. It was a value release. They released it for $50. So, like, if they could do it, why can't others? Did you ever pick up Pawn Shop? Oh yeah, I did tons of Pawn Shop pickups. Top 3 PS1 games? I'm biased because I didn't really play much of the RPGs, which I know is what the PS1's kind of, you know, best at. But for me, number 1, well, my favorite game of all time is Crash Bandicoot 3, but I would say Crash 2. Crash 2 is definitely much better as a game. So I'll go with Crash 2, Spyro 2, and honestly, I gotta say Crash Team Racing. I really do think Crash Team Racing is the best kart racing game of all time. In terms of control and the amount of content in that game, I think it's way better than Mario Kart 64. And I still think it's actually fun to play and is super just mechanically rich. The RPG's age best than PS1. Yeah, see, I have Symphony of the Night and I haven't played it. I do want to play it though. Yeah, I think it's kind of no contest that CTR is better than Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64 just doesn't feel good to play anymore, and the graphics are awful. They don't even have 3D models. Like, the racers don't even have 3D models. Like, come on. Yeah, that's true. Nintendo games don't go down, but hey, maybe this will be the generation where that changes, man, because who knows what's going to happen in the next few months with these Switch 2 sales. They might be hot now, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay like that. If we made Parasite, would you pay $80? Oh, like a remake of Parasite Eve. I don't think I'd pay $80 for it, but I'd be willing to at least buy it. again, dude, I'm biased because I know how to get these games cheaper than buying a brand new retail. Like I know how it is out here. So it's hard for me to justify spending $80 on a game when I know if I just wait 6 months to a year, it's gonna go down. And I don't mind waiting at all. I don't think it's a hot take, but that's because I think the N64 is kind of trash. Yeah, Switch is kind of its own category though, because you know, Xbox One games, PS4 games, they go down for sure. PS5 games go down, Series X games go down, but for some reason the Switch games just kind of remain the same forever. Go pay 80 for the Suffering one too. And I mean, $80 for that probably wouldn't be, you know, it's 2 games. You're at least getting 2 games for that. So you know, $40 each. There you go. Gonna be a special guest. Yeah, dude, I'll see you there, Bryce. I mean, you got to think of it like this too, like 80, because people say like, well, 80 games were $80. Some games were $80 back in the 80s and 90s, and that is true. But an $80 game gets you what? You get, hopefully you get a game disc that actually has the game on it. There's a high chance nowadays that when you buy an $80 game, the game won't even be on the disc. It's just a key. So at least back in the day, you actually got the game. Welcome to thanks. What is that? Did you buy a membership price? Is that what that is? I set that up so long ago, I don't even remember what that is. Well, I appreciate that if that's what you signed up for. I think that's, yeah, you're a member. Awesome, dude. I appreciate that. My first member right there, guys. I'll remember that one for sure. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, cartridges were more expensive to make down there back then. You got a nice cardboard box, which I would say the cardboard boxes of, you know, an SNES N64 game are definitely like cooler than the plastic cases with artwork we get now. I actually, I don't know how you guys become members. I really am really ignorant to this whole YouTube super chat membership thing, so I can't help you there. But you would get, you know, maps, manuals, inserts. Like you got more back then physically for buying a game. Nowadays you get a plastic case with an artwork, and you turn the artwork over nowadays. Do I have a good example in here? I mean, this isn't the best example, but like nowadays games, like this whole like warning thing here, especially if it's an online game, this thing will be covering like all the way up to here. So you've got maybe artwork on the front, and then you've just got like a wall of white text on half the artwork. So really you get like half an artwork. You don't even get like a full artwork anymore. What's it called? Yeah, some games would give you like mini strategy guides and stuff. Like you got like physically more stuff back then. So I could kind of understand like $80 games sometimes back in the day. Now it's still, if I was like a gamer back in the 90s, I still wouldn't be paying $80 for games. Yeah, like and also games were still new things back there, so it made sense that, you know, the new processes to making these games in a factory would be more expensive. Nowadays games are so optimized. I mean, they've been printing discs, Blu-rays for like 20 years now, so the costs should be as low as possible. I'm sure there's inflation and whatnot, but I don't know. To me, the whole $80, $70 jump is just a cash grab, and you know, if people are gonna, oh, that's awesome, man. I appreciate that. Greystone, welcome to the channel. I appreciate that, Bryce. Like if like it's just, to me it's just like, well, let's charge $80, and if they go for it, they go for it. Oh, and they're going for it. All right, well, that's the new floor, and until they stop buying it, we're not going to lower the price. You know, that's just how it is. And so I don't buy into that. I don't buy into that, so I'm not going to buy them. I think I'm trying to get Double Minute membership. I appreciate it. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, especially now. You don't give Double Minute membership. If they want one, they can buy it. Okay, they don't need to be given a membership. Yeah, I don't think it will let you choose for a gift. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, if you think your game's worth $80, go out and buy it. I mean, it's your free choice. You're free to buy whatever you want. It's just that's not for me. Just finished it. You know, Death Stranding, that's a game I have in my collection that I do want to play at some point. Double stuffing memberships, yeah. Yeah, Double Mint, they are the homies. Yes, they are. I'm going to be seeing them in about a week and a half, right? Something like that. Anyways. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I forgot that was my old old logo. That like rainbow RJC thing. I forgot about that thing. Who gets more deals? You or Easy? I don't know about quantity actually. Probably Easy because he hunts on average. He hunts more often. I still have a no. Well, I know for sure in the past 7 days, I've gotten much more deals. But in terms of the whole year, definitely Easy because he hunts more than I do. That was the yeah, it was the DoorDash days. You're right. Favorite game of all time? Crash Bandicoot 3, hands down. I don't think it's the best game ever, but it's definitely my favorite of all time. Yeah, Gak gets more deals, that's for sure. Gak's collection's big. Gak, you need to do like an updated, you gotta do an updated game collection. Well, Easy collects these stuff, so probably easier to do. Yeah, but he's still finding the, he's squeezing blood from a stone. He's finding the good games out there. Siege wasn't, yeah, it's not till the 18th. I'm taking my sweet time getting over there, dude. I'm in, Midland, Texas right now. So, I've still got, like, I've got the whole freaking trip planned out. I'll be around this area for another day, and then I'm heading to Dallas for like 4 days, and then Louisiana for a few days, and then yeah, no, I'm taking my time. Wonder what happened. I don't know who's him. Oh, Gak retired. Yeah. Great choice, man. I did play through actually I played through both. I played through DMC 5 and Devil May Cry last year. No, yeah, I'm a game nomad. That is for sure. Thank you, man. So Texas is gonna be emptied out. Nah, man, there's too much. There's too many places to go to in Texas. I can't go to them all. And also, like, I don't know everything. Like, even if there's probably so many things I pass by on the way here that I just have no idea about. Every time I go hunting, I learn about something new. Like, what did I buy this trip? I always think like, oh, I found the weirdest thing ever. I'm never gonna find a weirder thing to buy. What did I buy today? I bought you guys have seen the show Supernatural? I've never seen it, but I bought like there was a complete DVD series set. You know, that's something like, I don't know. There was no games in the, what's it called? There was no games in the pawn shop, but they had DVDs, so I checked out the Supernatural set, and it was like a $50 set. They had it for $5, but that, you know, squeeze the blood from a stone out here. Any Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures? Let me, hang on, I might have one right here. Hold up. I might have one for you. Give me a sec. I swear I had one right here. All right, I can't find it, but hey, Ryan Frank. Hey, what's up, man? Yep. Mm-hmm. See, Kevin, who gets to go Destiny? Have I picked a? Yeah, it is 15 seasons. I had to go through every single disc. There was like 60 discs in the box. Have I gotten a Destiny yet? Yeah, but I already sent him off the Devilment. Yeah, FIFA 19. That is a good one on PS3. The crown jewel is missing. No, I know I have a copy in here. I know I saw one today, but I didn't buy it because I went to a media exchange store and they actually wouldn't take any trades just because it is. I picked up a few MLB 16s in the past few days. Yeah, dude, we'll be there. Bryce, I'll definitely come say hi, man. Yep, they'll be there too. See, man, I appreciate you becoming a member too. I was not expecting that. I forgot that was a thing on YouTube. But don't be getting all the other. Nah, it's not junk. They want it, dude. They want this stuff. I only give them what they ask for. I don't give them anything else. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if it's Tom or Chris who's there, but let me know about these. Do these do well on Renewed? Because on a regular category, they don't really do well, but GameStop pays up for them. But I'd rather give them to you guys if they do well on Renewed. Because I know GameStop pays like $12 or $13 for Bloodborne. Or, Tom always, okay. And they pay like $9 for God of War 3 Remastered, but I know under the regular category, they're nothing on Amazon. But anyways, so yeah, you check. You let me know. Anyways. I'm in Midland, Texas, if I didn't say so already. I think I did, but Midland, Texas. It's like in between El Paso and Dallas. I'll be in Dallas in a couple of days. N. Okay. Bloodborne to speak. I still have yet to play. I want to play through the entire Souls series at some point. I have all of them, but your mom says you look so cute. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, nah, I'll trade it in then, because I think GameStop pays like $12 for it, so that doesn't make sense. I thought so, because on the regular category, they're like not really great on Amazon, but GameStop, they pay too much, a little too much for them. You gotta save the real grails for GameStop. Like, do I have any? This box right here is all just stuff I'm trading into GameStop. Let me see, any other grails in here? Little water damaged Lord of the Rings for them. They like that. Fake gamer like Phoenix. Hey, you know. Little FIFA 23 water damage action. They like that. What else? Oh, this is another GameStop grail right here. For some reason, unless I'm wrong, unless I haven't checked in a while, but I don't think this really sells that well on the free market. But for some reason, GameStop pays like $15 for Modern Warfare Remastered, which is crazy. Do I have another? Oh yeah, I got the real Madden 25 here. I like the other Madden 25 better because I don't know, something about Adrian Peterson, man. He much better cover art. Anyways, what else I got in there? Any other garbage? Oh yeah, this is just Shield. But Modern Welfare, yeah, you know. I always keep a GameStop auto box. Yeah, dude, everyone should. GameStop is an excellent tool to take advantage of. That junk game, no game is junk. Even Destiny. That's not a junk game. For some reason, there's always a game somewhere. Yeah, I guess people, it must just do really, really well in their store. So, yeah, you know what? Good for them. Circle of Life. Oh, yeah, you know. What are you decent in here? Banger. Absolute banger right here, for those who don't know. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, does it? Interesting. Well, you know what? I got a few for you. So, you know what? You hang on. This I got burned on. I didn't check it well enough. So I guess I burned myself. But, yeah, you can already see the water damage on the cover art. But, yeah, this one's decent. This one is decent. Especially on Wii. Those of your last year's Madden. You know. Last year's Madden is always GameStop's favorite game. They love taking them in. I am currently on a game hunting road trip. I'm on my way to, oh God, what's he about to say? Out of the four princesses. Oh, Jasmine. 100% Jasmine. Jasmine is definitely the hottest out of these four. But anyways, yeah, you know. I am on a game hunting trip. I'm on my way to South Carolina for Southeast Game Exchange, and I'm stopping by anywhere and everywhere in between, basically. Right now, I'm in the middle of Texas. You don't know that. They never showed that in the animation. Unless I missed it. I'm like actually checking. You got me actually checking. Nah, Jasmine's fire. Don't even try. Second place would definitely be Ariel, though. Ladies, you're a big fan of you from California, too. Yeah, Jasmine for the win, absolutely. I'm pretty sure Jasmine's the richest, too, out of those four. Not that, you know, the money really matters, but anyways. It might not be a sleeper anymore. 38 makes the new... Oh, are they actually planning on making a new basketball game? Yeah, that'll absolutely destroy the value of all those basketball games. Although, mean, Doublemint, you can tell us, or Tom, you can tell us. The NCAA 14 still is like decent, right? It's not worthless. It's not what it used to be, but man, I remember finding that game used to be like $100 instantly. You're a fan of your channel too, Easy? Nice. Minus the Destiny. Hey, you know, I don't hate. In fact, I actually played Destiny again. The first one. I played Destiny 1 recently, a few weeks ago. I leveled up a character from 0 to 40, and I had a decent amount of fun. Destiny is a really polished, nowadays, not when it first came out, but now, like, with all the DLC and all the content and whatever, and all the bugs worked out, like, it's actually a decent game. It's really not bad. It's just funny to see it in the wild, because the actual physical disc is worthless. It's literally pointless. Like, you can't do anything with it. It's the last 2K. I guess so. I always thought that 2K14 was, you know, a little valuable just because LeBron was on the cover. That's the only reason I thought. But if it is the last 2K, then okay, or good one. All right. I don't play any of these sports games, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, she is an actual princess without having to. I think. Well, what about Ariel? Is she a princess? She's the daughter of King Neptune, right? Or was it Neptune or was it Poseidon? I don't remember. But yeah, no, Cinderella, not a princess. I don't remember what Snow White was. Yeah, I'll be, that's true. You do get the vanilla game in Destiny 1, I guess. But, yeah, Destiny 2 is worthless. Yeah, Ariel. Yeah, I thought Ariel was a princess. I don't pay attention too much to these Disney movies anymore, but yeah, I'll have some like more personal, I guess you could call it, videos coming out in the next like 4 or 5 weeks. But game hunting videos, that I won't have another game hunting video until probably September. It's gonna take me a while to edit this whole trip, because I mean I'm literally hunting for 30 days straight. Yeah, I mean it is still a good come up if you can find it for like $1. You know, honestly, NCAA 14, if you still find it for less than $10, it's not bad. Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't really hunting during the time, but when Destiny 2 went free to play, what happened to all those discs? Because, I mean, they literally became worthless. Which also sucks, like, if you bought that game brand new for $60, like, Destiny just gave everyone, or Bungie gave everyone the middle finger on that one. You have Keith's box. I think that is the next video coming up next Wednesday. I think that is coming up. Oh yeah, cherish that thing. Easy 10, easy 10. Penny. That's crazy. Actually, a penny for a brand new Destiny 2 is insane, because that's like the cheapest way to get PS4 cases right there. Better than sports games too, because you don't have to deal with the stickers on the case. Oh man, I wish I would have taken advantage of that back in the day. I would have bought all the penny Destiny 2s just for the cases. Because I think those are OEM cases too. Because I think the best deal I can get is with XOIB for PS4 cases, and it ends up being, I think, like 25 cents a case, something like that. I'm just hanging out in the car. I'm at a rest stop. I'm gonna sleep here for the night, so I'm just chilling, wasting a little bit of time before I go to bed. Hey, that's like my favorite song from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and that is that route theme is probably my favorite Emerald or Generation 3 song. Yeah, I don't mind sleeping in the car. I lived in my car a while ago for a couple months, so I have no problem doing it. I'd rather do that than pay, you know, $60-$70 for a hotel for the night. I've actually never been GameStop dumpster diving. Never have. That's maybe something I should make a video on one day, but I don't know. I'm not that interested in dumpster diving. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to Walmart either. I really have not had good luck doing Walmart hunting or Target. I mean, I've gotten lucky once or twice at Target, but Walmart, I don't think I've ever bought a game from. Yeah, that's the problem. It's just so hit or miss. It really is. Um, and it's not guaranteed. Like what one Walmart has on clearance is not what the next one is. And so it's just like it's so luck based. And it's at least with like I know this sounds like such a first world problem, but at least with something like GameStop, you walk in, all the games are right there. With Walmart, you gotta walk all the way to the back of the store. You know you're dealing with a long line or you're dealing with self checkout. Like it's just logistically a lot worse of an experience going to Walmart. This my local Target NSC doesn't have clearance games. Yeah, most of them don't. The ones that are supposed to be sold. Yeah, it's not supposed to. Hey RC, what is good? Are you asking me like what good is, or are you asking if I'm good? I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm having a bunch of fun out here. Usually the Walmart clearance comes with kind of like the yard sales. Yeah, kind of like the yard sales near easy. Hey, you know what? When you came out with us, that was a pretty good yard sale day for us, I'd say. I hate having to hit up employees. Yeah, that's the other thing. You gotta ask an employee to open up the cases and stuff. It's annoying. Rip up the guidebooks. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that had to happen, but you know, that's how these companies work. If they can't sell them, no one can have them. Well, hey, I've gotten some good free stuff from GameStop, so sometimes it happens. Yeah, honestly. You can check the dirtier the parking lot, the better the deals. That's always what I say. You can check Walmart prices for each store online, but their inventory numbers. Yeah, it's yeah. Tim Burleson, you met me? Where'd we meet at? Yeah. Oh, when does it end? I didn't check actually. I would assume it probably ends tomorrow. It might be going on Sunday. It might start again on Sunday. Why am I heading to Siege so early? I'm taking my sweet time, bro. So like, I know Siege is in like what, 10 days now or whatever. I'm stopping by anywhere and everywhere on the way. So I'm in Midland, Texas right now. I'm gonna be stopping by all the small towns on the way to Fort Worth and then Dallas. I'll be in Louisiana for a bit. Going to Mississippi, Georgia. So I'm taking my time and I'm game hunting everywhere. Like the whole trip, my whole Siege trip is about 30 days. Midland sucks. I mean, I was there for a little bit today before everything started closing, and yeah, it really wasn't great. Like I got some decent stuff, but nothing like, it was all like sports games and just generic titles. It wasn't anything like sexy, so to speak. I didn't get any like crazy PS2 games or any like games that collectors actually want. Wait, you met me today in Midland? You met me today in Midland, Tim? Were you working at a pawn shop? Because I don't know where else we would have met. How long do you hunt for every day? Honestly, every day I've been hunting so far, as soon as everything opens at like 9 a.m., I go until they close. So, yeah, I don't really pay attention to how long I do it, but I guess 12, 13 hours, something like that. So this, do I do it full time? This month, yes, you know, because I'm away from my job. But no, otherwise, when I'm back in California, I work during the weeks. I have a job. This is not my full-time thing. Oh, you never met me. Who? I thought someone said I met you. Oh, you were just joking around. Never mind. Can't wait the videos. Are you uploading anytime soon? I'll have I'll have videos upload, but they're not going to be related to this trip. This trip's videos probably won't be done until like September. Brickseek. I don't know what Brickseek is. I assume that's some sort of Lego thing. Chat always asking. Yeah, no, dude. No, it's real. That's literally exactly what I did today. I was pawn shop hunting from 9 to 6 basically today. I went to a few GameStops and I went to one media. So whoever said they lived in Midland, I went to your guys', I think it's called Entertain Mart. That place was whack. There was like the one media exchange store around here, but a comment just disappeared. I don't know what's up with that. The goats. You know, honestly, I actually might. I'm not even lying. I might go to home. I might. We'll see because I'm actually a little early. I thought I was gonna be spending more time in El Paso and in Tucson, but I was able to do everything in both those places in like one day. So I think I have an extra like 2 days on the trip now. So if I can, I might head down to South Louisiana early because I think I'll be passing by. Oh, that's what Brickseek does. I think I'll be passing by like New Orleans area on the way home. But on the way to Siege, I was planning on staying not north, but in the top half of Louisiana. But maybe I'll head to Houma. I don't know yet. Well, once I'm in Louisiana, because I'm stopping by Shreveport. Once I get to Shreveport, I'll have a better plan of what I'm going to be doing for the next like a week after that. Best find today. Honestly, I got just a bunch of kind of double mint stuff. I didn't really get anything crazy. What was the best find today? No, I can't complain about it at all. Best find today. I don't know. Oh, maybe, no. I guess I got Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition for like $2, but I don't know. That's not the craziest thing ever. Yeah, I don't think I didn't really find anything rare today. Yeah, no, I got some nice double mint food today. I think I got that Bloodborne today, but I'm trying to think if I got anything crazy today. Well, no, I'm not gonna spoil that. No, I'm not gonna spoil that. No. All I'm gonna say is I got some really good pickups the first like couple days. But the past 2 days here in El Paso, it's kind of just like I've been getting a lot of stuff, but it's really nothing crazy. I might stop. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be crashing the Double Mint headquarters. You already know. I got some boxes for them. I'm actually starting to run out of room in the car, so I might have to start shipping things home because I have too much stuff right now. I wasn't expecting to fill up the car this fast. Minnesota. I do want to go up to. I mean, I want to game hunt in every state at some point, but we go to a pound of Wii Sports. Go to Yep. Oh yeah, you know. I want to do like because so far I'm really enjoying this trip. I want to do something similar to this, but for the Midwest. It's like drive all the way from California to Chicago and back. Any El Pollo Locos out there? You know, actually, they're weirdly enough. So in Arizona, there's El Pollo Locos, but then there's no El Pollo Locos all the way until Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas, there's like 20, but then only Dallas, nowhere else. Like in no other part of Texas are there any. So I'll have some El Pollo Loco to look forward to when I get to Dallas. The Game Chasers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know them well. I never really watched the Game Chasers back in the day, but yeah, I guess it'd be cool if I met them one day. Taking the Big D's Flea Market in Dalton. Well, I don't know. Yeah, they can take me wherever they think's best, I guess. Have I ever dealt with any crazy GameStop employees? Yeah, too many, man. Yeah, I've dealt with my fair share of. You know, there was a GameStop I went to in the past few days. One of them, they tried to strong arm me into buying warranties. They straight up told me that they would not, what's it called? They would not sell me games unless I bought the warranties with them, which that's not a GameStop policy at all. You are not required to buy warranties with any game. And I had to actually like check them for like a couple minutes, be like, hey, like that's not a GameStop policy. Like, do you want me to call customer support? Like, I'm not going to buy these games with warranties when I don't want to. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's not like they even, like, told me that up front. They threw the warranties on, and then they told me the total, just hoping that I wouldn't catch them. And it's like, I had to immediately be like, hey, can you actually take those warranties off? So it's crazy. Because I bet you a lot of people, they don't even say anything. And they probably just get free warranties off of people all the time. But anyways. Like, if I'm making an employee do a bunch of work for me, and they're nice, I don't mind throwing a couple warranties on, especially if they ask nicely. But when they force them on without even telling me, like, nah, bro. Like, you're not getting anything from me. Any games on your hit list? Oh yeah, no, I have a list of like 30 games that I still want for my collection, and those are just games I know for sure. There's always inevitably like some cool game I find that I add in, but the biggest game I still need for my collection is Pokemon Fire Red Complete in Box. I actually almost bought it the day before I left for the trip, but the condition wasn't that great. But I will probably buy Fire Red Complete in Box on this trip, because I'm going to 2 game conventions and I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to trade. So we'll see. Regardless, I'm gonna get that game this year no matter what. But yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there's good and bad in every company. Yeah, well, I mean, I got tons of stuff to trade or buy, so we'll see. What's it called? I mean, there's good and bad employees at every store, or at least all over. Because I've been to some GameStops where all the employees are super, super cool. And then I've been to some where every employee is just lazy and doesn't want to do anything, or, you know, they're just rude. It happens. Not every GameStop is created equal. But I mean, yeah, if they go above and beyond, and they're like pulling out drawers and printing me lists and being nice and letting me check condition, and they're giving me free stuff, then yeah, I'll buy some warranties. Awesome. But again, like if they're trying to force it, or the worst is when they try and make you feel bad. When they try and guilt trip you into buying warranties, they're like, dude, you gotta buy warranties. Like, it's the only way we make money here. And it's like, bro, come on. No, it's not the only place I hit up in Midland. I was just saying it's the only, like, media exchange store I can find around here. I didn't see any, like, Second & Charles or Bookman's or Game Exchanges or anything else. Because I have a bunch of DVDs and really low-dollar games that I'm looking to trade. And I walked in and they had so much stuff they were processing. They probably had, like 5,000 DVDs that they were processing. Like, they straight up told me, like, hey, I know we close in 3 hours, but we wouldn't even be able to touch your trade today. So, yeah, sorry, dude. That's 2 out of the way. Yeah, yeah. But, no, I hit up, where did I go to? I think I only went to one, no, I didn't even go to a pawn shop yet. I only went to Entertainment. There's another city to the west, like 20 minutes of here, Midland. I forget what it was called, but I went to all the pawn shops there, and it was decent. Tomorrow morning, I'll be hunting in Midland for a bit before I head out towards, there's another city on the way to Fort Worth. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah. Wait, what'd you send a smiling emoji for? Or a laughing emoji for? What'd I miss? I've actually got a really nice view of some fireworks over here. Let's see if it goes off again. Yeah, there it is. I keep forgetting it's the 4th of July. Yeah, there you go. Happy Independence Day, people. Nothing else? Alright, whatever. Alright, anyways. Yeah, I want to take them because blah, blah, blah. You should try out recycled books in Denton. They give me really trade-in for some, yeah. It's a job, it's actually really manager. Yeah, I mean, and, oh, okay, I figured that's what that was. Or you guys gotta have Gamecast on Thompson. Tom, have you been there? You guys been there? You tell me. I've hit up a few game stores too. There's some really cool game stores in all over. You know what's a really great game store? I'm gonna give them a shout out because they were super helpful. Fallout Games, that chain of stores in Phoenix, is one of the best game store chains I've ever been to. It's 4 stores in the Phoenix area, and yeah, super clean store. Everything's priced, which, you know, a lot of game stores I go to, they don't have anything priced, which is annoying. And super helpful employees, and they were willing to work with me. It was awesome. Haunted game stores, yeah. Go to some of the game stores near me. Easy, you'll see some haunted game stores. Yes. Yeah, if there's any cool game stores in the Dallas or Fort Worth area you guys know about, let me know too, because I don't think I've been to any like actual like retro video game store in Dallas or Fort Worth. I've only ever been to pawn shops or game stops. Really nothing else. And I'll have plenty of time this trip. I think I'm going to be in Dallas for like 4 days. So I'll be able to pretty much hit everything. Up. Oops. Come on. Oh yeah. Yeah, Siege should be fun. It'll only be my third convention? No, fourth. It'll be my fourth convention I've ever been to. I didn't start, my first convention was this year. It was Louisiana RetroCon. SoCal, but the prices are good. Hey, you know, honestly, I thought SoCal went very well. There were deals all over the place that I found in SoCal. And in my video, I didn't even show like maybe half the deals I got. So I honestly thought it went pretty well. I think I did better at SoCal than I did at Game Central Station. So if you're telling me that Siege is going to be even better, awesome. Especially because we'll be there all 3 days and we'll have VIP. So should be super fun. Yeah, well, I mean, if you think Siege will be better, then all awesome. Proper gettings to maybe try and find an electronic, yeah. Hey, yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Pretty dry in terms of proper game stores. Yeah, I mean, I never looked for them, but also driving around, I never saw one ever. So I don't know how it is around there. Plenty of GameStops, that's for sure. Hey, you know, some of the GameStops are pretty decent in the Dallas area. Yeah, for sure, man. Phoenix is huge. I always underestimate how actually big it is. I always think it's like, oh, it's like Vegas, right? No, it's like 3 times the size of Vegas. I need to go back to Vegas. I haven't hunted there in a few months now. Wait till it's not as hot. Yeah, their corporate office is in Grapevine, which borders Dallas, the Dallas area. I think Texas has the most GameStops of any state. Yeah, maybe I'll take a visit to the corporate office. Maybe but that's if I'm done with the pawn shops early, like early to the point where the GameStop's still closed, then I'm gonna just head out. But if it's open before I leave, then yeah, I'll check it out. I don't have any trade credit right now, so it's really not super worth it for me to be going to GameStops right now. Yeah, that'd be awesome. My plan to save GameStop, I don't really know if there is a plan to save it at this point. I mean, here's the thing: GameStop's not going to go out of business. They're not going to go bankrupt. They have too much cash. They make too much money on their interest payments for them to run out of money. They have like over $4 billion in the bank, so they're not going to go out of business. And you got to think about it like this: they really don't have any national competition. Like, there's no national chain of like buy, sell, trade video game stores that can really compete with them on a national level. So they don't really have any competition. And I don't know, they just don't really have an incentive to change their business because they don't need their business to stay afloat. I think If I was in GameStop's shoes, honestly, I would get rid of all of the lowest performing stores, keep the top 10 to 20% stores that do well, and then just like kind of either sell those top 20% stores to a dedicated like game store sort of people that want to actually like invest and make those game stores as good as possible, and then create a new company with all the cash on hand and just make a hedge fund company. I mean, they have $4 billion. That's kind of what they're already doing. They're a video game brick and mortar business, but instead of investing money into their stores, they're investing money into Bitcoin. I mean, that should sort of show you where their mindset is on their business. Like, they don't have that much faith in their brick and mortar business. They're kind of changing it to focus on cars and whatnot. But yeah, if I had to be the guy, like if I had to run a GameStop, like if I had to change policies and whatnot, I would just make it so that they're more diligent on making sure trade-ins are good. They are displaying games. That's a big problem with GameStop. You're not the first person to have said that, Tim. Like they just don't display anything good. They just like, I wish they would just go to somewhere like what's a good game store example? A good game store near me is Retro Teos. I wish they would just go to somewhere like that, copy, paste. And like, that's what it would take for them to be a good game store. But they just don't. And they don't do it because they don't need to. They're already rich. They already have a bunch of cash. They're not going to go bankrupt. So like, they don't really have an incentive to change really. They're complacent. But me and Easy should open a game store. Guys, I really don't have any desire to open a game store right now. I like the freedom that I have doing what I do. Like, I would not be able to do this trip if I had a game store. I just wouldn't. And there's a lot of other things. Just, I don't want to, like, to open an actual good game store that people, like, not just in my local area would want to go to, but across the country would want to come to, I'd have to invest a lot of money into. And that's not something I'm really willing to do right now. I know, that is the new thing. All the YouTubers now who said they wouldn't open a store or were primarily online sellers, now they're all opening a store. Hey, that's good for them. That's really good for them. But you got to keep in mind, too, a lot of those guys, they've been doing this for years now. I've only been doing this whole game collecting, reselling thing for like a year and a half. Like, I'm still not, I haven't been doing this for a while. So I wouldn't feel comfortable opening a game store right now. There's still a lot that I have to learn. Yeah, now them not displaying their good games is insane. I mean, honestly, selfishly, I don't mind it because it makes it easier for me to find deals because it just means less people know about these games. But yeah, as a game store, it doesn't make sense. Why are you hiding your good inventory behind the counter? How does that make any sense? Hey, I'm trying to save GameStop out here. I spend thousands of dollars at GameStop and I give them free advertisements. So I'm out here trying to save it. I'm not out here putting them out of business. Yeah, too much. Yeah, I mean, I think some things are riskier to send to Amazon than others. Yeah, no, I mean, there's an inherent risk to selling anything online because theoretically, you could get, especially on Amazon, you can get scammed on everything you sell. It's super easy. The return policies online are super easy to abuse. But generally speaking, like, people are at least decent at heart, so they're not going to scam you. Like, I think my return rate is like less than 4% or something. Like, it's really not crazy. But I mean, I've gotten scammed on Amazon and whatnot. There have been games I've just, yeah, like games that are super easily that have reproductions made of them all the time. That's something I would never be comfortable sending to Amazon. Or like really big items, or like complicated, like console. I don't like sending consoles to Amazon. There's just too much moving parts. I don't want to deal with it. Like, yeah, simple. I like sending simple, small items to Amazon. That's what I like doing. They did trade ban me. They did. Yeah, I've been trade banned for a while. My thoughts on Uncharted 4. Garbage game. I really don't like any of the Uncharted games. But Uncharted 4 makes me some money, so I don't know. I guess it's okay. No, I played Borderlands 2 back in the day, but I I don't know. I liked it, but no, I don't really plan on getting Borderlands 4. I have Borderlands 3 on PS5, the Ultimate Edition. Maybe you know what? Inevitably, Borderlands 4 is gonna be $3 one day. I'll find it for $3 at a pawn shop. Maybe I'll pick it up. Grail, the most like expensive Grail that I need to get for my collection is what's it called? Oh, yeah, that's pretty broken, bro. Yeah, abuse that before they catch on. Yeah, because isn't that like not even like legal in Louisiana for them to not be checking ID? That's kind of crazy that they're not checking ID. But anyways, what's it called? I forgot what I was talking about. What was this? Oh yeah, biggest Grail, most expensive game I want for my collection is Pokemon Fire Red Complete in Box. Other than that, I don't think there's a single game I want that's over $100. Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland Complete on Game Boy. I think that's the only other game I want. I don't want Kuon. Kuon, okay, so like my general rule, if I get like a Mega Grail, like to me something like worth over $100, if I get that for like less than 10% of price charting, I keep them for my collection if it's a console I collect for. So until I find Kuon for like less than $100, I'm not gonna keep it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, pawn law is very everywhere. Which is why, like, yeah, and there's certain counties I could go to and trade. It's just wherever they don't scan your ID. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. This entire box for me is filled with GameStop trade. So when I get to a county where I can trade, yeah, I'm going to a few GameStops. Cheapest game? I need all the PS2 launch games, so I still need some sports games, so I guess that would be the cheapest. Yeah, there's so much weird rules to GameStop trading that I wish they would just come out and tell you. Like, just tell us the exact list of rules to follow, and we'll follow it. But, like, all this GameStop crap is all up in the ether. They don't tell you anything. I still don't know why I've been banned. I've called corporate. I've asked store managers. They don't have an answer for me ever. So, you know, whatever. Doesn't matter. You know, at this point in the game, too, GameStop's raising their prices all over the place. So like, it's yeah. And dude, that's the weird thing now. Like, yeah, I guess not. I don't know what they're doing, like with these console trade-ins. All of a sudden, in the past couple months, they've been raising the trade-in values on their consoles, their older retro consoles, and not doing refurb fees. They're gonna get their ass handed to them on this. I mean, because these employees don't check these things. They do not check these consoles at all, and there's no way they're making money on repairing these consoles. There's no way. There's just no way. Message retracted. I didn't do that. Yeah, at this point, like, if you're not shopping during a deal, it ain't worth it. It really isn't. You have to get extraordinarily lucky. Like, here, Slimsy, I'll show you like the one deal I got recently that was actually worth it, even without a sale. I'm sure you already know what it is once you see it. This was at GameStop. I know you already know. Like, collector's editions and stuff, they don't skew them differently. So I got this for $10. But like, other than this, there's nothing I bought recently that like was not like, if there was no sale going on, I wouldn't have bought it. Except for this. This was like the only thing that was worth it. Yeah, nowadays you just got to get so lucky at GameStop. You really do. And if you don't have trade credit, it ain't worth it. Not in my opinion, for the most part. Like, if you have a really good GameStop near you where no one else goes to, and they get retro stuff all the time, then yeah, I mean, stop in and check it out. But you just got to get so lucky. I have a couple Wiis, but I don't really... I'm mainly trading games. I don't really ever trade in consoles. Because I don't really get consoles that often. I don't like dealing with consoles at all, unless I get them really, really cheap. Yeah, I burn my trade card. As soon as I get trade credit, I burn it as fast as possible. Yeah, they can, but most of the time it's Destiny or a sports game. Or I've only gotten lucky once, and it was a sports game technically. I got an Xbox 360 for free, and NCAA 14 was in it. But other than that, I've like never gotten lucky with console games. You do better at GameStop or swap meets? I guess I do better at GameStops just because I go there more often. But I do well at swap meets most of the time. There's not too many swap meets where I just absolutely dud at. But yeah, I'd say GameStop. Yeah, no, there's especially broken consoles, bro, that need to be refurbed. They do well at games though. They do. So it means people there might actually care. Care about what? Like their stuff? I've been to a lot of swap meets. Most of the time they're dirty, broken crap. Avoid console like the plague. Yeah, there's a lot. If I'm gonna buy a console, I'm going into it thinking it's broken, and so I'm giving them a broken price. Unless I'm seeing it tested in front of my face. Yeah, I don't like dealing with consoles at all. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's the only other way I would buy an expensive game is with trade credit. Buy a broken console. Yeah, basically. Games are becoming harder to find. Well, not games in general, but maybe obviously like the highly desirable games. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I would say in the past, like, okay, now compared to 10 years ago, yeah, absolutely. There's more people looking for games, but at least from when I've really started looking, so like a year and a half ago to today, I find more stuff nowadays than I did a year and a half ago. I think right now that's because a lot of people are so focused. Like a lot of the like kind of general hunters that kind of just hunt for everything. I think they were maybe chasing the trend of video games for a little bit, but now they've all moved on to trading cards. They've all moved on to Pokemon. So that gives me more opportunity to look for games. But yeah, like today, I found at a pawn shop, didn't have to ask about anything. There was a generic rack of just $2 games. Beautiful copies of Mario Party 8 and New Super Mario Bros. Wii were just sitting there. You know, like, if the game market was as hot as it was like 2-3 years ago, I don't think those would have been sitting there for $2 each. There you go. Yeah, no, it's insane what they're paying. It doesn't make any sense. It really does not make any sense at all. And it's funny to me that I got trade banned. I was not doing any crazy trades to get trade banned. Like I see what people be trading in now, trading in like 10, 20, 50 broken consoles and stuff. Like, that's crazy that you guys haven't gotten banned. Going by Odessa on this trip? Is Odessa right next to Midland? That's where I went today. If Odessa is right next to Midland, then I already went there. Sounds like they're chasing. Yeah, they're chasing the model, but they're not providing the same quality and value. They don't have the same. They have no quality. That's the biggest problem with GameStop. They have absolutely zero quality control at all, and they don't train their employees on like anything retro. So they're asking those DK Oldies prices, and they're trying to do that DK Oldies thing, but they're not providing the same service at all. I think I am going to Classic Game Fest. I think that's the one. Yeah, it's in Austin. Yeah, I think I am going in. Yeah, basically. 200? Yeah. Yeah, that probably did it. That's insane. They were paying too much, though. They really were. I think, what were they giving? Like 23 credit or something for broken PS4 controllers? Did you please go Retro? No, I did not. I didn't hit up Retro Hall, no. I don't think I'm gonna have time to though, because I need to start heading towards Dallas. But if Retro Hall was a game store, then no, I did not head to it. It was probably closed today too because of 4th of July. Because today was 4th of July, so a lot of things closed early. I probably wouldn't have had time even if I wanted to. Yeah, I don't know what GameStop is. I really don't. Not anymore. They're barely a game store. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy they were paying that much. Does that mean they were giving like 35, 40 for a working one? That's crazy. And I'm sure some of the ones you traded in, they probably didn't even refurb. Yeah, basically. And most people go in there looking. Dude, every time I go into a GameStop, I'm the only one looking for games. Like, there's no one else ever. Everyone's asking about Pokemon, or they're buying a t-shirt or something. Like, people kind of have been trained over the past 10, 15 years, like, GameStop's a bad game store, so don't go there for games. And, like, they have good stuff, but people don't really go there for the games. Toys R Us. If they were still around, that'd be cool. I mean, I said there's a new chain kind of coming up, and they're opening a lot of stores, and their business model's better. They're called Pay More. They have bought multiple GameStop locations at this point. I seriously think like a lot of these GameStops that suck, like a lot of their least performing stores, they're gonna get taken over by other game store chains. And Paymore's not a game store, but it's an electronics, it's a general electronics reselling store, but it's just a better model that works better nowadays. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. GameStop's funny to me. I mean, I love GameStop hunting, so it'll be sad to me one day when they're all gone. But yeah, well, the thing is, they honestly don't pay that much for a lot of their games. There's some select games they pay well for. Like, and there's some casual, like, they pay well for Wii Sports. They do. They pay like $20 or something. They pay well for some of the, like, the really good first party stuff, but there's a lot of games they don't pay well for. Like, if you went to GameStop and tried to trade in Kuon, you'd get like $60 credit. Like, they don't pay well on a lot of stuff. Will? No, I already am the Pay More bandit. GameStop will probably sell more stores. They still don't. Yeah. Well, I think Canada just became too expensive for them in general, but hopefully when GameStop is no more, you will have all the games you ever wanted. I mean, I already do. I mean, I'm grateful for my collection. I have almost 1,000 games now. I have too many games. I couldn't play all the games in my collection until I died, even if I wanted to. Yeah, I have all the games pretty much I'd want. I mean, there's still like 30 games that I really, really want that are on like my wish list, but I'm happy with my collection as it is. I really don't need to get any bigger because it's already, I have too much. I need to actually maybe downsize some stuff, reorganize it. But yeah, Paymore's awesome. I hope they open more. Yeah, but dude, it's just so rare to find. It's you have to find that price limit game, and it has to be complete in box and good condition. It can't have come from the warehouse. Like, there's so many variables. Yeah, I saw what I see recently. I saw something for 160 at a store. Or I saw Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness complete in box for 150. But I couldn't find 2 other games for 150 or even 100, so it's just like, I'm not gonna buy this for 150. We're not doing that. Yeah, nah, you can't. I mean, you can't. I mean, literally, unless it was like literally the only thing you did for the entire rest of your life. You never worked another day. You never hang out with friends. You never go to see family. You never do nothing but play games. Then yeah, I guess you could play 2,000 games. But what kind of life is that? Yeah. Nah, GameStop's gonna keep raising that price limit increment. They've been doing that every like 2 months. They raise it another $10. It's just like, what are you guys doing? You guys got bigger, better things to be worrying about and working on than raising the freaking price limit. Like, whatever. Yeah, no, that's true. I could, but I love game hunting. If I'm being honest, now in my adult life, I think game hunting is, I enjoy game hunting more than actually playing the games. I do. Whenever I get burned out at game hunting, if I ever do, then um, you don't want to do a lot of returns. Yeah, you already know what's happening. No, I don't. I hate doing returns. Um, when it was $100, yeah, $100 was awesome. 99.99 made it easy. Although I mean, you could still win. Like, yeah, no, I mean, I've got some great deals. Who's the guy behind you? Hey, what's up, man? Like all the Pokemon Game Boy games are all $55. So if you can find them and they're authentic, there you go. It's an awesome deal. But for the most part, it's tough to find the deals out there at GameStop, unless you got trade credit. Yeah, I enjoy the hunt more than selling too. I really do. I sell games so that I can game hunt. I don't game hunt so that I can sell games. Like the hunting, the thrill of the hunt, that's the fun part. That's the part I enjoy. The selling just allows me to keep doing it. I actually, now that you say that, how often do me and Easy sit down and play games together? I legitimately don't think we've ever sat down and played a game together. I actually don't think we've done that. Because every time we hang out, we're hunting, and most of the time, it always happens. We end up coming across crazy lots or doing crazy things that the sun is setting by the time we're done. So then, like, we don't have time to play games anymore. I did find a crystal once at a GameStop. A real one. I mean, I've found it like a reproduction tons of times, but a real one, once. Yeah, no, like the dopamine hit when you find a really, really good deal, it's like nothing else. Not for me, at least. Hottest take on places to eat? Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is a hot take. I think most restaurants are a ripoff. I really do. And I think like people complain about high food prices and high restaurant prices, yet they keep going and swiping their card for them. So honestly, I really like. I know it sounds weird to say. I'm not like a food person. Like I'm okay with eating rice, beans, and chicken every meal for the rest of my life. Like I don't really care about extravagant dishes and whatnot. So I'm the wrong guy to be asking about like hot takes on foods or places to eat or recommendations. Like I would eat chicken and rice for the rest of my life, dude. Oh yeah, I mean, a gambling addiction is just, you're just losing money. There's no logic to it at all. You're gambling. Oh yeah, I still love GameStop hunting. But you know, nowadays you can only GameStop hunt if you like very diligently understand every single one of their policies, exactly what games to be looking for, exactly to what to ask these employees, exactly where to look. Like you have to know a lot about GameStop in order to get their deals nowadays. If you're just like a casual customer, dude, they're gonna do you without Vaseline in all these stores. Like, no. How many miles do you drive in a day? I guess on average, if you had to average it out throughout the whole year, I drive about 30,000 miles a year, so that's like almost 100 miles a day. Probably, we'll call it 80. Throughout an entire year, about 80 miles a day. Yeah, the game hunting game. Game hunting simulator, you gotta get that. Gotta convert the channel, sit at race games or eating races, you can say, yeah, true, Nah, I'm not gonna. I heard that YouTube is gonna be cracking down on reaction videos, actually. They're gonna start like really cracking down on the monetization standards for those type of videos. I'm not supposed to buy a used copy of Dune from last month, GameStop? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, just pay what you want to pay. Me, I don't want to pay a lot for these games, so I'll find a way to pay for them the way I want to pay for them. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't do reaction videos, so it won't affect me. I don't really care. Still fun out there. It's still fun out there. Game hunting is still super fun out there. Pretty much anytime I go out and do like a dedicated trip, I'm able to find stuff. So until it starts to get to the point where like I go out and I'm not finding anything, like I'm not gonna stop. Rarest game I found out in the wild. Yeah, I don't understand GameStop's philosophy. I mean, I kind of get the Game Boy side because they're more easily replicated, like repros, and so they're trying not to make it so that people can just. Because if they have Pokemon Emerald at $200, then the trading credit would be like $80. You could buy a repros for like $10. So I get why they keep those prices low, but then it also is like, well, now you're selling authentic copies for $55, and I don't know. How about you just train your employees to recognize what a fake game is? But anyways, rarest game I've ever found out there in the wild. I guess like in terms of value. I mean, I've had Chrono Trigger Complete in Box. I've had like Persona 1 and 2 on PS1. I've had Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Those are probably the 4 rarest games I've ever had. But I paid up for them. I paid like 50% of price charting for them. The best value I ever got was I paid like, I actually found it at GameStop because they misskewed it. They had Budokai Tenkaichi 3 complete in box, good condition, back before Sparking Zero came out, so it was still like a $150 game. I got it for like $6 after my discount. So that was like the best find ever. But I've had some really rare games in the collection before. Like I've had like pretty much every rare PS1 RPG. I've had Valkyrie Profile before. But I've had any like rare game worth over $100 for the most part. I've had to pay like 50% price charting. I've never found them for like $1 or anything. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, every single GameStop I go to and I see a fake game, I have to tell them like, hey, this is fake. This is how you can tell. Do you have another Game Boy game? Okay, you see this stamp, blah blah blah. Like, you see the four squares. Like, I have to tell them every time like why it's fake and how they can not get screwed next time. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, and honestly, I haven't like bought someone's collection in a minute. I guess I did like a few weeks ago, but like a mega collection where it's got like just grails on top of grails. I haven't bought anything like that in a while. Yeah, I mean most employees they don't care, bro. They're just there to get a paycheck. They don't really care about games or anything. They're just there to work, dude. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter to me. It's funny that they just don't teach these guys how to do anything. Yeah, me too, Slimsy. I probably do. Like if I were to put a percentage on my collection, there's no way I paid over like 10% for my collection. No way. Yeah, nah. Especially like even if you don't sell games yourself, just buy listing games. Like you can keep a lot of games for yourself easily. Why do you think so many collectors are selling their collections? Because this economy kind of sucks and people need money, man. That's all there is to it. And games are worth a lot right now. So, and it's now in terms of like the history of game reselling, it has never been easier to sell your collection. It really isn't. Do people come and personally think if you were? I mean, sometimes they do, but we're at the point in this now, like. This whole game reseller, scalper, whatever you want to call it thing, it's been around for years. And like, people kind of recognize like, you can say all you want, but it's not going away. It's a part of the market. And if you're not going to adapt to it, then, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But, game key cards, garbage. I mean, it's basically the same thing as a code in a, it's not the same thing as a code in a box, but it's, the game is not on the cartridge. And in principle, I can't buy an incomplete product. I think the employee discount for GameStop employees is like 15%. I mean, if that's your opinion that I ruined it, then, there you go. I mean, the reason I started game hunting was because I didn't want to pay market value for games anymore. Like, I used to just buy games off of, like a couple of years ago, I used to just buy games off of eBay But then games I really wanted, I thought were too expensive. So I was like, you know what? Let me look into, like, these guys are selling it for a high amount. So obviously they probably got them cheaper. Well, how'd they get them cheaper? Oh, okay, they go to yard sales and thrift stores and they go to GameStop. Or, well, okay, well, maybe I'll try doing that. And then that's how it all started. I got sick of buying in the market. Now, a lot of people have no problem paying up for games. I don't want to do that. So, you kiss easy on the lips? Which lips? Anyways. Misters? Oh, if I close the thing, it's just to have it on a shelf. Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. People like to complain about high prices, and then they, you know, buy these games, and then they just go on a shelf. So, like, I don't know, man. There's a lot that goes into it. It's still a healthy market, I'll say that. Like, a lot of people really want these games. It's not some fake, you know, artificial market. If it was, I think it would have crashed a long time ago. Market pricing would be horrific without the competition. Yeah, I mean, that's an aspect to it. The demand is still very, very high for these games. Like, a lot of people want these games still, which that's the surprising part to me, is that still so many people want this stuff. But yeah. But yeah, more people going out there and hunting for these games and creating more supply. It helps the, like, casual buyer. Now, it does hurt, like, if you are a game hunter yourself, yeah, that does hurt you because there's more competition for you. But game hunters, I don't even think we account for, like, 1% of this whole collecting market. Like, we are not a lot of people. So, like, the other 99% of people actually benefit from us, like, competing with each other because we create more supply and we create more competition amongst us. So, that's true. Yeah, the same people who will complain about high prices on things, they'll spend money at restaurants and blah, 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 and yeah. Yeah, pawn shops in California are not good. It's because, well, first, okay, number one, there's no corporate chains in California. So there's no Cash America and there's no Easy Pawn stores at all. They don't operate in California because they can't make money. Because the pawn laws in California are so strict. And actually, I just learned recently from another pawn shop, California specifically, he was telling me something like, if they don't have their corporate office in California, or a corporate office in California, then they're not allowed to operate. And so these corporations are not going to spend that money, pay that extra tax money to operate in a state where they have strict pawn laws. Like, I've talked to some of the pawn shops in California. They are not allowed to charge, I mean, you can have an opinion on this. They're not allowed to charge predatory interest rates in California. So in a lot of pawn shops outside of California, that's where they make their money. They make their money on the loans and the pawning. And so, like, that's why, and so because of that in California, there's not a lot of pawn shops, and the ones that are there, since they can't really make money on loans, they have to really focus on selling. And if they're really focused on selling, they're going to be on top of market value on, like, everything they have. And so you're really not going to be able to come up on any deals because of that. Yeah, no, there's, I mean, even me, I have a lot of games in my collection that are not stuff I'd ever play. What state has the best pawn shops? That's hard to say. I've gotten, honestly, anywhere that has, like, Cash Americas and Easy Pawns. I've had the best luck at Easy Pawns and Cash Americas. Whatever, like, pawn shop network they own, those are the best. Why does California have so many regulations? Decades of bureaucracy and politics, man. I don't know. It's just the way it works. I don't make the rules. I just live in the state. Yeah, that's a whole nother market that I don't know anything about, is, like, jewelry buyers. So who knows? Maybe there's a bunch of underpriced jewelry at these pawn shops that I just don't know about, but I don't care. That's the other thing. Yeah, no, Cash Americas are awesome. They're my favorite pawn shops. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love all the corporate pawn shops. They're awesome. They're honestly, all the corporate pawn shops for me are better than any of the individual mom and pop pawn shops I've ever been to. It's true. Yeah, I mean, the more ghetto the area, like, honestly, the better deals you're probably gonna get. Why did they drop it? Well, they didn't drop it. The market crashed on it because interest in Fallout kind of has just died. The only reason Fallout 4 like rose in price as high as it did because it was because of the TV show. Everyone was super interested in the TV show when it came out, and everyone went to buy Fallout 4 all at the same time. And I think the digital price for it was like $40 or something. So that made it appealing to buy it like $20 to $30. But now that all that demand is gone, it might come back with the second season, but I don't think it's going to come back as strong as it was the first time. What about Spider-Man PS4? What about it? I don't know. What about that? Did the market crash on that one or something? Is any market? How often do you have time to play your own games? Not too much. Maybe like 5, maybe 10 hours a week, if that. They stopped taking it? I don't think so. I thought I checked their buy list. I'm pretty sure they take it this month. They might not. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they take it. I think they lowered the price on it, but I'm pretty sure they still take it. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I mean, here's the thing. I have no problem with people wanting to ask a certain price on things. I just don't like a bad customer experience. So if you want market value on things, do your due diligence, price everything out, put a price tag on it, offer some sort of a service where you're going to test the games, do a return on it, or offer returns or whatever. I just don't like it when there's no prices on anything. It's just kind of disorganized, and then they want top dollar. That's annoying. And yeah, like them looking up prices in front of you, like it just wastes time. But hey, you know what? If you want top dollar for your stuff, you got to provide me top dollar value in return. Yeah, I mean, and those are awesome. You know, just the flat, like, yeah, $3 a game, whatever. You know, those are awesome. Yeah, sometimes that happens too with them getting attached to their product. But yeah, you know, you just got to find the good ones. And sometimes you can just talk to people, man. Like, if you just talk to people and be honest with them and just say, like, hey, I know you've had this for a while. If I buy this from you at this price, it does well for me. Selling here, I can, you know, if I buy it for $8 from you, I can make $5 on it. I know it's been sitting for a while, blah, blah. Like, if you just talk to people on certain things, even if they're, you know, firm on price or whatever, you can work deals. Yeah, I've been to, my buddy lives in Bossier City. I think I've been to every single pawn shop in the whole Shreveport Bossier City area. I'm pretty sure I've been to it. Gorilla outside. I don't quite remember a gorilla outside. Is it like a huge pawn shop on the inside? Like, is it the size of like a grocery store on the inside? Yeah, a lot of pawn shops will do that. They'll put stickers that every like 3-4 weeks or whatever, it'll drop by like 10% or something. Traders Village. Next time it's like a souped up stuff. Okay, I'll check it out because I'm heading to the Dallas-Fort Worth area in like 2 days, so I'll check it out. I think I went there because I'm pretty sure I've been to every single pawn shop in the Bossier City, Shreveport area. I don't remember getting anything there though. Yeah, I remember going to like a big warehouse pawn shop. It was huge. They had some games there, but it was nothing good. Oh, you know what? That's like the second best GameStop pickup I've ever had. It was in Shreveport. I got what's it called? I'm gonna say it wrong. Metal Robot Tyson OG Saga, I think is what it was called. Super Robot Tyson OG Saga, I think is what it was called. Whatever. That game on the DS, complete in box with the music CD or whatever in the big box. Got it for $40. I think I sold it. Huh, Doublemint. They bought it. They bought it for me for like 130 or something. It was like a $150 game. But, anyways. I'm gonna give this like 10 more minutes and then I'm getting off. 395. Wow, Keith. Pig and Preacher had a whatnot today and he did very well on case only stuff. That's awesome. I have a lot of case only stuff I need to get rid of when I get home. Can you sleep with the back so full? Yeah, I can still put my chair down all the way. We're just gonna, and honestly, I only need it, even if it's honestly, I kind of like sleeping uncomfortable sometimes because then it makes the next night of sleep like 10 times like better. Like if I kind of sleep and I wake up all like crookedy and you know just awful, if I get into a nice bed the next night, oh, it just feels like heaven. Yeah, I've never been to Florida for game hunting. That's one state that I'm sure I could do well in, but it's far, man. It's literally it's besides going north, like coast to coast. That's the farthest place I can go to is Florida. So, have you tried couch surfing? Well, I'll be staying with a buddy of mine in Louisiana, but no, I haven't tried. Like, if you're talking about like Craigslist, like looking at people to sleep on their couches and stuff, no, I'm not doing that. Sleeping in the car is good enough for me. I don't know. I just do it, and they have not struck me. I have not been in the Cincinnati area. No, I have not. He's sleeping with Easy after the live stream. Yeah, basically. I'm the big spoon tonight. I have an MGM Rewards account, and sometimes I'll get comped rooms, but most of the time they want to charge me resort fees. That's something to look into, I guess. I guess that'd be useful for Shreveport, and I'll probably be in New Orleans on the way home from SEGE, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the thing is, once I get past Dallas, I know people all across the states. The biggest stretch for me is going from California to Dallas because I'm on my own completely from California all the way to Dallas. Well, I have a cousin who lives in Phoenix, but in terms of like game hunting friends or whatever, I don't know anybody until I get to Dallas. I feel that way when I travel instead. Do you actually do you actually play at the casinos though? Or do you literally just like sign up for the bonus and just get out? Because I know my parents, they actually like play at the casinos in Vegas every so often, and they get sent crazy free offers. Should be a network of game hunters, Bill. Hey, if you want to join a good network of game hunters, join the Kreisky Discord. The Kreisky Discord, I've gotten so much good information on, and there's a Slimsy. I would have never met Slimsy here in the chat had it not been for the Kreisky Discord. Tons of great information there. It's completely free to join, and we have lots of fun in there. So I'd say join the Kreisky Discord if you want to join a network of game hunters. Hey, see you, Ben. I appreciate you being here. Dang. All right. I'll have to look into it, especially when I hit New Orleans. No. All right. I have a few I can do. Is it through MGM or Caesars, or is it like an actual just like individual casino? Because I know MGM and Caesars, they have a lot of casinos all over the country. Because I'm all about taking advantage of the apps and getting the free coupons and stuff. So if I can get some free stuff, why not? Yeah, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it be? It'd make for a funny video maybe, but I don't have time to waste like that. There's too much stuff to do in Dallas. There really is. I won't be able to do everything. Dallas and Fort Worth are so freaking huge. So if I can, when I get to the Double Mint headquarters, if I can do an Amazon batch, maybe I will. But I'm not too concerned about. If anything, I'll just ship off all the stuff I'm gonna keep for myself. I'm gonna ship it back to my house, and just deal with it when I get home. I'm not too concerned about getting it all gone now. As long as I can get it gone before Q4, that's all I really care about. I don't want to waste time doing Amazon shipments while I'm on this like hunting trip if I don't need to. I'd rather get out there and hunt. I have a lot to give to Doublemint though in terms of games that they're gonna buy. Oh yeah, nothing but absolute gems for them. But yeah, right now my car is like almost completely full. Like I can maybe do like 3 or 4 more like large priority boxes, and that's like it. I absolutely I won't be able to see out my rear view mirror or window if I have any more than that. Then again, I have a lot of trade-in junk right now that I still need to get rid of. So once I get rid of that, I'll have more room. I need to get rid of that fast. I wasn't expecting to get this much stuff this early. Yeah, dude. I can't wait to see you there. I'll be there all 3 days. I know that. But it should be tons of fun. I hope so. At least I've never been there, but we'll see. We'll see. Now I'm thinking about it, SEGE is kind of a far drive. Yeah, I was gonna say like 9 hours or something. Yeah, that is pretty decently far for you. Well, it's a lot big. It's a lot more than 9 hours for me. I think from South Carolina to like Los Angeles is like 40 hours, something like that, straight. If you just went straight, 18 days the way I'm doing it. But anyways, all right, guys. I think I'm gonna cut it there. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Myrtle, that's 3.5 for me. Yeah, I forget how like far Greenville is from the coast. But anyways, appreciate you guys for all stopping by. Yeah, Yeah, same state. All right. I'll catch you guys later.